the way I see it from every place else, for instance in Pennsylvania right now, they're putting in brand new smart meters that have been there for 5 to 7 years. They're replacing them, and they're going to have to start replacing them here too pretty soon. We're going to be in a spiral of money being spent and no benefits, and they won't tell us.
Why do you think they won't tell us? Is it because they don't have the information available, or they just don't think you deserve to know?
They don't want us to know. Legally, they have to present financial reports to the BC Utilities Commission on I believe it's a quarterly basis. It's been 5 years now. I didn't ask for a brand new report. I asked for the most recent. It could have been a year ago. It could have been 2 years ago, and they won't give it to me. I think that the public should be outraged at the idea that the BC Utilities Commission is siding with Hydro and saying that they have to get permission from a third party to release this information that is publicly, it should be publicly available. Every financial report that pertains to our money, whether it's the legacy fees or whether it's just the money that's being raised through our taxes and through our rates. Look at how our rates are increasing. Don't we have a right to know why? I think it's amazing that Hydro can operate like this without having any responsibility to the people who own it.
Have you made any inquiries to the Privacy Commissioner about this information that's not being released?
Not yet about this financial report. I intend to. But I only have an individual can only make 5 complaints that at a time, and I have 5 complaints in there already. One's all pertaining to BC Hydro and their failure to provide information. I will continue to work with BCUC and try to get this financial report, but it may be up to the public. Other people are going to have to raise this issue because I'm at my limit with the Privacy Commissioner right now.
5 complaints? That sounds like Prime Minister Harper. He'd only allow reporters 5 questions, and 4 of those questions were from, I called his hand-picked lapdog reporters who would only ask questions that they'd previously cleared with him.
I think that the Privacy Commissioner, to be fair, has limited staff and limited resources. And they've got a lot of stuff that's going on with this government, a lot of stuff that has to be investigated. If you look back at all of the scandals, all of the problems that Christy Clark is guilty of causing, the Privacy Commissioner is very busy right now. So I'm not going to hold the Privacy Commissioner at fault. But I believe that BC Hydro and this government is complicit in trying to hide information from the public.
In other words, we have a Privacy Commissioner, but she's been choke-chained and underfed and under-resourced.
Yep, that's the way I see it.
Is that part of the government conspiracy against the public?
Well, it seems to be a pattern. For instance, the fire departments, I can't get fire reports because their budgets have been cut. They're cutting budgets all over the place for our services so that we can't get information. It just seems to be that if they are saving money, truly saving money by cutting these things, I don't think that they've looked at the right places. There seems to be a lot of fat in other places that could be cut before they cut things that are essential to the public safety and also to be able to report to us about how our money's being spent.
You said in the U.S. there's been confirmation that smart meters definitely are causing fires.
Not only in the U.S., but from some industry people in the U.S. I am on several mailing lists for U.S. groups down there. And Tesco, which is a major company down there, has admitted that the number of fires has increased significantly since smart meters were installed. In fact, one of their pieces of information says the number of fires attributable to electrical distribution equipment has increased 48%. That's a pretty astounding increase, when you look at these numbers. And they also admit that analogs can handle heat much better than digital or smart meters can. There's a significant increase that they are looking at, and they're saying that a lot of these are due to hot sockets. What that means is arcing is occurring. And another industry document confirmed that the smart meters are causing arcing in 2 different ways. One is because the installations are not being done by properly trained people. Even if the people were properly trained, every time you take a meter in and out, you're going to make the jaws wider. They're little I don't know how to, it does look like a jaw that the blades of the meter fit into. And every time you take it in and out, that tension is released more so that the fit is looser. And when you have a loose fit, you get arcing. And they're saying that the smart meters also have thinner blades going into these jaws, which is exactly what was admitted in that testimony in the Texas lawsuit. These meters are not fitting into the meter base as well. And also this constant removing. And one of the major concerns is that these life expectancies of these meters is merely between 5 and 7 years. That means that every potentially 5 years, these meters are going to be exchanged, which is going to result in the meter base's jaws being widened.
Loved ones say the Regans are understandably distraught and questioning whether an upgrade sparked the fire.
They had a new smart meter installed a day ago. That's the only thing that changed, so they're suspicious of that.
Today, investigators probe the smart meter and a hydro box located in the carport.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Shine is setting right on fire. Yeah. You know that it will be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you.
And there's going to be more and more problems as time goes on.
And of course, we live in an earthquake zone. Can you imagine if those things wiggle around a bit if we have a rumble or two?
Yeah, there could be shaking. You're right. There are so many problems here. And there's no reason. No one yet has given a good reason to have these things in our home. They're not saving money. They're not saving energy usage. And analogs are still being made. Analogs are being used in the United States, in many different states, and in many areas of different states. So there's no reason for us to have these things.